I'm Jeff Kaufman, Mayor of Morton, running for a second term. I listen to people, but I bring a lot of groups together and people and businesses trying to push Morton forward. Citizens themselves, their integrity, their honesty, they expect the village government to do the best they can and be as honest and transparent. I think the businesses, we have such success stories with our businesses and our infrastructure. We've kept it up all these years. So today it's drawing businesses and people have to look at Morton because things are paid for in the infrastructure and the caliber of citizens we have here. As far as the funds of Morton, you have the business district tax, and the interesting thing about that is that's a 0.25% sales tax on everything but food and cars. So that tax alone brings in $30,000 to $40,000 a month to Morton on the average. And we spent $1 million of that to put the plaza in for area of Morton. We bought in the Church Square property to have that in town with some of those funds. So those funds are to help spruce up businesses, increase our tax in Morton, but it's also just to get those things in Morton that otherwise you can't. It was really invented to help the infrastructure of these communities. The tourism funds, the idea behind that is to spend some of that money to bring events and opportunities to the community so they have things to do and go and see. And you see that in the farmers market events, you see it in the parks with their entertainment. So we're spending that money wisely. The idea is to build up that fund so that we can give out grants to the younger generation that they would partake and plan those events. I think in the next 4 years, probably the most important thing is to build a new gas building. Our gas municipality is the largest in the state, and with all the giving back of $2.6 million, citizens have to understand that gas, you not only save money on your bill, but it also puts $1 million in the general fund to pay for police, paramedics, and streets, which we have the best of all three. But it also saved $14 million in the fund, and we need to have a top training facility. What we have now in Detroit, you have to bend over to get in. We've outgrown the space out there for the other departments, so if we can get the gas situated with the water distribution and get that, we'll have all our public works set up just like we have our police and fire and paramedics, and we'll be on the race and on the road, I would say, for the next 20 years. So I think that's a key because it's a compounding effect through the public works. We have a lot of growing pains, but the nice thing is we have the money in the bank to improve all those facilities, and I think we need to get that accomplished in the next couple of years. I like to brag on Morton. The citizens, they're outstanding. The staff is a reflection of the citizens, their work ethic and their honesty. And a mayor can't do this all by themselves. And the village board we have right now can think outside the box. They can see the big picture. And that's really unusual to have that many come together. So I can tell you the board is all about supporting Morton, from the police and the paramedics to working with the schools, the park district, the library. I called Alyssa at the library a couple weeks ago and told her, don't worry about all the limbs down, the street department will take care of it at no expense to the library board. So you're seeing that happening with the junior high additions, how that all went down, and putting a 186 car parking lot in the village of Morton. So the citizens need to know the taxing bodies are working together like they never have before. And I think with what we got going and the works in that, there's going to be a lot of improvements in Morton in the next few years. Things are looking very good for Morton.